So in many cases, I know that vocal warm-ups are consistent of a lot of bright chords. They use a lot of happy notes. There's major chords and there's minor chords. And I tend to personally go for and love exploring dark minor chords. So this one, I'm going to use the vowel sound of E, always putting it in the back of your throat, the I, right? And then this would be for your lower register. We don't want to make this a big, loud, abrasive belt, but you're still using your chest voice. So I would go. So you're giving more of a mood, right? So. So I'm singing that very softly too. You don't want to put too much pressure on that. And you don't want to emphasize that E. It's almost like you're tapping into your lower register and going easy on it. But you will have to, I wouldn't do this right off the bat. You definitely should have built up a little bit of warm up in your range a little bit and your throat so that this becomes more of a slide. So we're really focusing on this, not only individual note focus, but we're also sustaining. So we're sliding from one note to the next, and we're not doing anything choppy, but this takes a little bit more breath control, and that's in order to sustain what you're doing. So and you can take longer gaps if you need a bigger breath before you go to the next note of the scale. But, for this, I think it's about being gentle. And then once your voice is open, you can explore that world of range too within whatever you're trying to execute when you're singing for either performance or studio or whatever you're prepping for. But without the piano so that you can more clearly hear, right? You're sort of sliding the note and going from one note to the next and sort of gliding with it. And you can crescendo that. It can be, and it takes bigger breath to push and get a deeper, richer sound. But when you're using it as a warm-up, I would go easy and gentle and just practice the sustainability of the note and the breath. Now putting a lyric on something very similar, but still using sort of darker chords. And now I see, 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 and now I see. Now I see. And you can slow that down. And so what are the notes? So and now I see. And now I see. Right? So you can slow that down for yourself and just take each individual note as you feel comfortable. But also adding lyrics too, it's a little easier to get into like a swing of it and add a little bit of personality whenever you're engaging in different vowel sounds using and now I, which is such like an easy way to transition into. I chose those specifically because it's very easy. It's not too constricting on the voice. And now we keep that open, right, sound that we like, and it helps still keep you open.